What is up, YouTube? This is Chase Bristow, the Gay Nomad. Um, Full disclaimer. Um, I am trying desperately to get on Saturday Night Live to host it. And a lot of people out there are thinking, yeah, they only hire comedians and they only hire actors and actresses and sports legends to host. Yeah, well, Howard Stern only had actors and actresses and people who weren't homeless calling in on his show. The New York Times never did an article on a homeless guy either. But yours truly made his way on. Both of them. So, in light of that, I'm going to be the first homeless person to ever host Saturday Night Live. The clock is ticking, people. I got 2.5 to 5.5 months to host. And I'm doing this for homeless awareness, autism awareness, and cancer research. All three of those, if I get any profits off of them, well, I'm going to divide it up into three and donate whatever I make. I'm only doing this so I can inspire people to follow their dreams. And now that that's out of the way, I'm going to show you guys something that I used to collect. And I will jump at the opportunity to collect at any given time. That the opportunity presents itself. Yes, I collect Brew Arena inflatables. This shit I've been collecting since I was 5 years old. I've been collecting inflatable beer bottles and what have you since long before I think even dial-up was a thing. I've been collecting it since, like I said, 5 years old, which is which almost 25 years now. I've been collecting inflatables for over 20 years. Um, they just bring so much joy, and when you buy them fresh out of the thing, the smell of a brand new inflatable is just mesmerizing. I absolutely love the smell of a brand new inflatable. But there's certain smells that I cannot stand, and actually one in particular, one smell that just pisses me off. That tastes incredibly sweet. I like it. And that would be the smell of weed. I hate the smell of weed. And sometimes I'll be walking down the street, enjoying my day. Next thing you know, I'm smelling a skunk's asshole. I see some ghetto ass little bastard smoking his blunt. Oh, it's springtime. And my ass is being frozen. Ooh. Now, it's springtime, and I want to smell the flowers in bloom and maybe the smell of exhaust from a car, but never the smell of weed. It's just revolting. Mm. And then there are three sounds, three noises that really, really get me fumed. Like if I'm in a restaurant and I'm paying money for a nice meal, mm, or I'm at the movies and I'm enjoying a good movie, and I hear a baby crying. I mean, common sense would tell you if you can't find yourself a sitter, you've obviously been out with your little terror. Um, Long enough to realize, hey, I got a screamer. Why the fuck would you take it out to a restaurant? Why the hell would you take it out to a goddamn movie? I mean, really? Find yourself a sitter or don't go out. Just because your condom broke or your man's condom broke or you couldn't keep your legs together doesn't mean that the rest of the world has to suffer because you have Chucky for a child. And then the second sound. Mm. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. But dogs. That's odd. I turned the damn thing off. Oh, I have to unplug the bastard. But dogs. I cannot stand the sound of a barking dog. I'm walking down the street and I'm hearing the birds chirping and peaceful, and all of a sudden, I'm sorry, if I wanted to hear barking, I go back to my mother. She's a real bitch. But if your dogs are out in your yard and they're barking, it's time to bring them in the fucking house. You may not like the sound of your dogs barking, but guess whose dog it is? It's your dog. You bring it in. It did its business. It took a shit. It took a piss. Now it's time to bring the little mangy mutt back into your house. Let it annoy the shit out of you instead of terrorizing the rest of the goddamn neighborhood. And I don't know how people think dogs are cute. They drool, they slobber, they shit all over the place, they piss all over the place. And to me, they're just ugly. They don't call them bitches for nothing. And when you say that somebody is ugly, that you use the term, she's a dog. Obviously, dogs are ugly because they wouldn't say she's a cat. Cats are cute. Nothing is more pleasant than the sound of a meow. I melt for cats. This heart in here, this icy little heart that's in this chest, it will just melt. It'll melt for a cat. Any cat. But if I see a dog or hear a dog, my heart hardens. I hate dogs. I hate dogs. Just some little known facts about me. And then the third noise that just really, really, really pisses me off. When I'm walking down the street and I'm just listening to cars go by, and I hear some good old country music playing. Somebody's car. Then I hear some good old, I don't know, Nickelback or something. That's fun. But then I hear rap music, and it's some little wannabe black person driving down listening to that shit, or some crackhead who thinks he's cool riding his bike, listening, blasting it on his Bluetooth speaker. Honey, you don't look cool when you're listening to that shit. You look like a fucking retard. RAP is an acronym. It's English time with the gay nomad. RAP. Acronym. An acronym is something that spells something that means something else. It's a sentence. So today's word is rap. Today's acronym is rap. Retards attempting poetry. Who knew? And you look just as retarded when you're listening to that shit as they do trying to attempt poetry. It's disgusting. And every time I hear that shit with people riding down the street, I just want to take my hands in their vehicle, point their forehead at their speaker, at their subwoofer, and just wham! Bash their head right into the goddamn thing. Bash it into it so hard that their head just flies right through it. And when I hear a dog barking, I just want them to go into the most loud, voice carrying solitude room and just sit there with their dog for 3 hours, letting them bark their asses off, have it echo throughout the goddamn place like music going through a symphony hall. Mm. So that they can get a dose of what the fuck they've inflicted on the world and the babies. I'd like to go find out what the parents' favorite movie is. One that they drop off the kids just so that they can enjoy in peace. And I would love to go to a toy store and get one of those little crying baby dolls and just hide it underneath their seat and make it remote control activated and then wah 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 just to give them a dose of their own medicine. Hmm. But the most I can do is play this song when I'm walking down the street and I hear a dog barking, and I see the owner sitting on their porch looking all fat, sloppy, and lazy, or daring me to say anything to the dog or the owner, I just blast one song and I just stand there and look at him with a deadpan look, just like that. And it's by the Arrogant Worms called Kill the Dog Next Door. And I just sit there and let the song play out while the dog sits there and barks and just have a stare down with the owner. It's so much fun. Mm. And the smell of weed, it makes me want to take whatever blunt they're smoking and take that cherry and just put it out right in their cornea. put it out on their pupil. Because they're too blind anyway to see that that shit is just nasty smelling. If I wanted to smell something like that, I'd go scare a skunk. It's just nasty. It doesn't smell like gasoline. Gasoline smells good. People say it smells like gasoline. No, it doesn't. It smells like a skunk's ass. Sorry. I ain't trying to smell that. I want to smell the scents of spring, like the flowers and the wisteria. Lilacs and lavender, not a skunk's ass. Shit, I'd sooner smell my own ass. Mm. Just, people have no common sense. And if you're gonna blast something on the radio, why don't you blast Jay Black and the Americans? Tear me up, for God's sake. Just have a little class, people. Mm. You want to get you a bus? Hit one of these, or at least have the decency to smoke a cigarette. Even they smell better than weed. Now, I'm not saying don't go smoking weed and don't have children and don't get a dog and don't like rap music. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that shit is frowned upon by a lot of people. Be responsible, you know? Do whatever the fuck makes you happy, but if it's gonna piss other people off, then find a way around it. You're gonna have a child? Fine. Find a sitter. If it's gonna be a screaming little brat, find a sitter. And until you can find a sitter, don't go out nowhere with a little hellion. You're gonna have a dog that barks? Fine. Bring it inside. Let it bark in your house. You're gonna smoke weed? That's beautiful. Smoke it in your house. Let your house smell like the skunk's asshole. Don't bring that shit out in public. Gonna blast rap music? Fine. Blast it in the comfort of your own damn home. And I understand that dogs gotta do their business. Let it go out, let it take a shit, let it take a piss. But if it's gonna be a barker, bring that bitch right back in your house. Just because you enjoy having an inconvenience doesn't mean you have to inconvenience others. Mm. See, last time I checked, when I go to the movies, I want to be able to hear a movie. I think that's what everybody wants to be able to hear. And when people go out to eat, they want to hear pleasant conversation. They want to watch something on their phone. I don't think they pay to go hear a screaming baby. And if they do, they're mildly retarded. Mm. In fact, if anyone pays to hear a screaming baby out in public like a buffet or a movie theater, I think they're more retarded than the parents who brought the damn thing out there to begin with. Mm. But I will be doing more fake fur videos. Yeah, I got my face all covered in spaghetti. Oh well. I'll be doing more fake fur videos. And I just wanted to touch base and do a video that I've been meaning to do for a long time. just talking about the four things that are very infuriating me. But I'll be doing more fake videos, and I'm sorry I haven't been in touch with you guys lately. I've been super busy. I have been asleep a lot, actually, because of traveling for 5 years and barely getting a chance to get any sleep. 5 years of lack of sleep has really caught up to me. So it's I've been finding it very, very hard to get out of bed and wake up and do anything at all. Because, like I said, I'm 33 years old and I've been traveling for 5 years, and it's just sleep just catching up to me and my body saying you need to rest. Anyway, I'll be doing more fake faux videos and more where the hell's the cheese and everything else. I just need to rest a bit. So remember, if you can't find me over the nearest bowl of food, find me underneath the nearest man, and if you can't find me there, find me here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you will, and bitch slap that subscribe button a bit until you are subscribing to my subscribers list. And follow your dreams, baby. Follow them hard.